Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and we got more insider information from our favorite leaker Metro regarding Overwatch 2. Metro. It always seems like it comes out the most convenient times whenever Blizzard or Overwatch are making headlines. And it's no secret, Blizzard is making tons of headlines right now because of their sexual misconduct going on within the company. This lawsuit has obviously been going on for a very long time, not just in the past week, but ever since 2018, but it's been making headlines recently in the past couple of days. But Metro decided to take upon himself to tweet out more Overwatch 2 news because, well, why not? This seems like the best time, right? And this tweet does say, I've heard from multiple people close to my original source with Overwatch 2 that the development is taking longer than expected. From what I can gather, a release in 2022 does not seem likely anymore. I hope this is false and I'm proven wrong. And this single tweet sent the Overwatch community in complete chaos. But I want to try to make a video to try to put out the fires that is already set ablaze, not only within the Overwatch community, but just in the Blizzard community as a whole. Because the last thing that Overwatch needs right now is false information spreading to a bunch of credible news outlets, all based on a tweet from a streamer that just so happened to get a few Overwatch 2 leaks right in the past. But the first thing I want to say is that I'm not saying that Metro's claim is wrong for saying that Overwatch 2 is not coming out in the year 2022. But what I'm upset about is the wording of tweets and not making it clear that it just might be rumors, but also upset at how many people are giving Metro so much value anytime they tweet out Overwatch 2 news or leaks. It's almost as if people are treating Metro the same as if Jeff Kaplan came onto Twitter or Aaron Keller came out in Developer Update and gave us news information. Because when leaks and stuff like this happen with the possibility of it being false, it's very damaging for the game and the community, especially with a game from a company that is already in shambles right now. Because this is how people should view this tweet. I've heard from multiple people close to my original source with Overwatch 2 that the development is taking longer than expected. Well, no duh! Anyone with half a brain can recognize that Overwatch 2 is taking longer than expected. Tweeting that first sentence is just kind of one of those things that's like, okay, are you just trying to speak to make it seem like you're more credible for the next part that comes in the tweet, which is what you really need to pay attention to. From what I can gather, and it's that part in the tweet that is so upsetting, because you're treating yourself like you actually work on Overwatch 2 and you actually work for Blizzard. No, you don't. You're a streamer that plays the game just like me, just like J3, just like Stylosa. You're no different than us, but somehow you're finding multiple sources that work on Overwatch 2 to feed you this information day in and day out. The same sources that told you that Ashe was gonna get released at BlizzCon 2018, where you tweeted out Ashe, but you misspelled her name. Or what about the tweet that said Overwatch 2 is gonna be a real thing and it's gonna have a cinematic, where every single BlizzCon has a cinematic, and you could have also just played it off like, oh guys, I was just being hopeful that there would have been an Overwatch 2 announcement with a cinematic. Or what about when you said that the Overwatch 2 cinematic was gonna have Winston, Tracer, Mei, and Young Genji, which didn't have Young Genji. It just had Genji. And how could we forget about the tweet saying that the Overwatch League is delayed till April, suggesting that Overwatch 2 is expected to have a beta or full release of the game around BlizzCon in February 2021. Yeah, that didn't happen. That tweet is on the same level of this tweet saying that Overwatch 2 is not coming out in the year 2022. There's little words and phrases that protect Metro from getting slammed, but still give him the same credibility as if he works at Blizzard and works on Overwatch 2. In the Overwatch League tweet, there was rumors that the Overwatch League was going to get delayed till April, which suggests there's going to be an Overwatch 2 beta because of this, guys! And in the Overwatch 2 not coming out in 2022 tweet, they say, from what I can gather. I mean, what did you gather? Did your source tell you that or not? And why are you saying at the end, I hope this is false and I'm proven wrong, when you're not making the claim? Your sources are making the claim. Shouldn't you be saying, I hope my sources are wrong? And if your sources are wrong, then why is this being talked about and tweeted? Because this does nothing but cause chaos within the Overwatch community and gets a few more people in your stream asking you, hey, Is Overwatch 2 really not coming out in the year 2022? Do you have any more Overwatch 2 information and news? And hey, listen, I'm no better because the way that I'm titling this, Overwatch 2 not coming out in 2022, question mark, is probably going to be the exact same title. But what I'm willing to say is, I don't have sources. Like, I got nobody at Blizzard. Yeah, I do have people that I work with at Blizzard, but they ain't telling me nothing because they know if they tell me something, they risk their jobs because I can have a platform that talks about anything that they tell me. Now, I wouldn't do that because I respect them and I wouldn't want to cost them their job, but I also don't want to put my career, but more importantly, my credibility on the line on the off chance that I could be the first one to break a news story just for it to be wrong, which is why I'm not in the insider game because that's a very dangerous game to play. And when journalists make a big claim and say my sources tell me, like, I hate that so much, but I also understand it. Like, I almost went to school for journalism, and one thing about this is that my sources tell me, and you say that to protect the person that might be telling you insider information because, well, you don't want to get them fired because they kind of help make your career what it is because they feed you information, but you also can say that to try to protect yourself because, well, if you make a false claim, well, maybe my sources were wrong. And making tweets like this is easy. Now, am I saying that Metro had malicious intents to feed on the hopelessness of the Overwatch community? I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't see people as evil, especially just a harmless Overwatch streamer that is just trying to play the game. And if he's playing the game well to where he actually does have credible sources, then yeah, I'm willing to look like an a-hole, but I'm also willing to go back to the past and just point out, well, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Why are we just forgetting all about this? So while the main intent of this video was to tell the Overwatch community to take every single leak that you see on the internet with a grain of salt and to also not believe everything that you read on the internet, but to also, more importantly, try to give the Overwatch community just a little bit of hope, man, because I get it. Overwatch is in the worst spot ever. Blizzard is in a worser spot ever. Worser is not even a word, but in the world that we're in right now, worser is the best way to describe Blizzard. But it doesn't mean things can't get better. You know, I see a lot of people losing hope in Blizzard, and why wouldn't they? You know, it's easy to think that Blizzard can't get better because, well, there's so many other gaming companies and video games to play that's like, well, you haven't been treating me this good. Why would I continue to have hope for you and Overwatch 2? And I guess I'm just an idiot for continuing believing that Blizzard will make Overwatch 2 an amazing sequel to Overwatch, but more importantly, improve as a video game company, make better working conditions, and stop marginalizing women and people in oppressed groups, and actually start giving people the voice, getting leaders that will take a stand for what they believe in. And yeah, I recognize that I have a personal relationship with Blizzard games because Overwatch is my main game. It's the lifeblood of this channel. If Overwatch succeeds, I succeed. But I'm also just a positive person where I don't look at things so dull and negative and that things can't get better. And I'm not necessarily trying to convince you saying you need to think like me because no, you're your own person. You can write off Blizzard forever and that's totally fine. But I'm also not trying to prey on your hopelessness by saying Overwatch 2 is never coming out. Ooh, subscribe to my Twitch. Ooh, it's never coming out. Ooh. But I guess in a way, by titling this video the way that I am, I sort of am doing that. But I at least hope that you know in the context of what's within the video that I'm telling you that, hey, yeah, it might not come out in 2022. It might not come out in 2023. It might not come out in 2024 or even this year. It might not even come out before Donda or GTA 6 comes out. But it might. So why lose hope in Overwatch 2 now? I mean, you made it this far. Why lose hope in it now? Is it because of Blizzard? And for a large majority of people, that's the last straw. Like, no, I can't continue to support this video gaming company. And that's totally understandable because what's going on at Blizzard, that's probably the worst thing that you could ever hear from a gaming company that you probably looked up to at one point. And I'm not saying that you need to have hope in a company to get better because even if they do get better, there's still going to be that scar that you have personal relations with that it can never get healed. And that's totally valid and that's totally okay. But for the people that are willing to see the possible improvements of Blizzard, which I'm not even saying that there are going to be improvements, but if there are improvements, you know, hopefully you didn't lose your hope in the meantime. But anyway, guys, that's my video. It was a very weird video that, you know, I hope I didn't go into Metro too hard, but I hate stuff like this, man, especially in the state that Overwatch is in. I just want there to be clear-cut understanding of a game that is not getting talked about enough by their video game company. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.